6 months into his time as the chief U.S. diplomat, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson briefed reporters on how he sees relations with countries around the world, including the one most in the spotlight at home, Russia. Tillerson said he has repeatedly warned Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov that ties between their countries are bad but could get even worse, and they just did. The new sanctions against Russia the U.S. Congress ordered last week are, in Tillerson's view, not helpful.
The action by the Congress to put these sanctions in place in the way they did, neither the President nor I are very happy about that. We were clear that we didn't think it was going to be helpful to our efforts, but that's the decision they made. They made it in a very overwhelming way. I think the President accepts that, and all indications are he will sign that bill, and then we'll just work with it.
Seeking to reassure Russia's neighbors, Vice President Mike Pence sounded a different note Tuesday during his visit to the former Soviet Republic of Georgia.
And in a further sign of our commitment, very soon President Trump will sign legislation to strengthen and codify the United States sanctions against Russia. The United States prefers a constructive relationship with Russia based on mutual cooperation and common interests. But the President and our Congress are unified in our message to Russia. A better relationship, the lifting of sanctions, will require Russia to reverse the actions that caused the sanctions to be imposed in the first place, and not before.
Other foreign policy experts, like Ambassador John Herbst of the Atlantic Council, who spoke to VOA via Skype, also welcomed the Russia sanctions passed by Congress and called on the President to sign it into law, because it will also benefit Ukraine, Georgia, and other countries that feel threatened.
I believe that the steps that Congress has just taken are very positive for our policy in Ukraine, because it's clear that the price of Kremlin aggression is going up. And if the price gets too high, Moscow will have to reverse its policy in the Donbass. And if it reverses its policy in the Donbass, that will probably have a positive impact in the medium term or long term on its policy towards Georgia.
On Capitol Hill, U.S. senators from both major parties called on Trump to sign the sanctions bill into law without further delay, after they sent it to his desk for signing last week. Cindy Saine, VOA News, the State Department.
All of the things that are actually going on in a very positive fashion.